Watch your words. Hey, I didn't mean for that to sound like super aggressive, but I just think it's so important that we really are mindful of the words that we use, whether it's out loud or the more important words that we're using are the ones with ourselves in our minds. And so maybe I'm just super sensitive to this because I just learned so long ago that the words that we say and share really mean a lot and a lot more than we even think. Sometimes the words we may use out loud are to be silly or funny or a common perception of a group of people or I don't know, just even silly stuff that it doesn't even like matter really. But sometimes those words are negative in tone. And so maybe this is again just because of my long time practice, because it is a practice. When we realize that we can't control these thoughts that come into our mind, but we can control how we interpret them and then how we regurgitate them. And so if we are quick to acknowledge that negative thought, whether it's just a negative thought about ourselves, what a limiting belief, because we know those are just stinking thinking and holding us back from achieving our own personal greatness or success. Maybe it is just a thought about ourselves, and that's, just a whole nother thing to work on. But maybe it's also just a thought about in the real estate business, a low appraisal that came in, or a cooperating agent that is not very cooperative. And we can have these negative stories that we're telling ourselves, and then we can just start spiraling around inside of them. And that absolutely gets us nowhere. And you've probably heard me talk about my bless and release technique. And I learned this long, long ago is that when that negative thought comes into my mind, I know it's not serving me. I know I can't control it, but I can control how I react to that. And my hack is just to bless the thought, I hear you, and now I'm going to release you. And so it's blessing and releasing that thought, that image, that idea that is not serving me, not allowing me to just take ownership and move on, because that's usually what is best. Yeah, sometimes you need to sit in something. I'm never going to discount that. Sometimes you really need to think through certain situations or relationships or conversations, of course. But I guess that through most of our days, we are constantly receiving negativity, whether it's online or in person or just in our own minds, that is just not serving us. So disconnect from it, turn it off, filter it, whatever hack you need to come up with. But the less negative that we can be, have inserted into our minds and our thinking, then the better we're all going to be. And sometimes, and this is just for your own awareness, is because when I, took a training class that definitely pointed out the negative thoughts that I was having, I became so aware of it. So maybe you just haven't had that opportunity yet to know or think about what that is doing to you. See, whenever we can turn our negative thoughts or impressions or perceptions around, then you'll be the kind of person that people want to hang out with. Gossiping or talking bad about other people isn't actually attractive. And at least for me, maybe it is for you, but maybe it is just, um, you know, allowing you to be in different circles. And when you're a more positive and purposeful human, you might even have improvement on relationships and conversations. Just some things to think about. And as a mentor of mine, Phil M. Jones says, is change your words, change your world. This isn't just words in conversations for business relationships. This is all the words in your life? Are you being more curious and having better conversations to deepen relationships, not just business relationships, real relationships? Are you taking the time to truly understand people rather than to quickly pass judgment? And again, this really does go back to our thinking. If we come into a situation or a conversation with preconceived ideas in our mind about the person or their situation, are we cutting off any future opportunities or of working together, of becoming friends, of collaborating in any way? So I challenge you with that. It's a challenge for myself every single day. I'm not above it. I just was thinking that it popped in my mind um, because I feel it and I hear it and I'm so sensitive to it. And I'm not, again, passing judgment. I just know that I need to keep reminding myself that my words matter, that I need to watch my words in my mind, even in having one of the most challenging years of my life this past year. I still did my very best to put on a brave face, to have positive words and conversations with myself, with my family. And hopefully that was a part of what got me through to feeling more alive now than I have in a long time. So I hope this is helpful. These are just these chair chats that I think of a topic and I want to share with you through my now 25 years of real estate experience, working with people, growing with people, leading teams, leading agents, and continuing to grow and learn on my journey as well. So thank you for joining me on this journey.